impacted us was the death of my aunt and my cousin, and that's what really changed our life. Right, we got up from Seattle, got to Atlanta, and then my aunt and cousin were murdered in a domestic violence situation where my uncle was jealous. Ultimately, thought that she was trying to leave him for another man, and she had told him that she wasn't. That she was just coming down to my sister's wedding, and she came down to the wedding on that Saturday, and he flew back up that Sunday, and he stabbed him to death, and that rocked our world, just our whole family, right? That so it wasn't something where I mean, there were times that I was shot at as a kid, and I'm like 9, 10 years old. They where I lived at was where the BGDs were, right? The Black Gangster Disciples. That was the hood that I was in. Now I wasn't banging, but if that's the hood you in, that's who you are, right? And so if the Crips came around the corner, right? Because the BGDs are right here, the Crips is down the street, the Bloods is right over here. So systematically, you're gonna fight. If you're 2 or 3 blocks away, you got to get through the Blood neighborhood to get to school. You got to go through the Crip neighborhood to get to the grocery store, right? You got to come through the BGD neighborhood to get over to the basketball court. So everybody's gonna fight, and so it had a tremendous impact on my life and a lot of stress, right? So we talk about young Black kids having PTSD. It's real. Because I mean, there was times I was afraid to go to sleep because there was so much gun violence. We sleeping and you hearing shots all the time. That neglect from my father, and that what I felt he kind of turned his back on me as a child made me aggressive towards other people, and so that was the first taste of abuse I would say that I experienced personally. As I got older, I mean, there were other more traumatic things that I saw to my aunts. Initially, is where it started. I had an aunt that was brutally beaten by her husband to the point where they had to take a piece of her brain out